If you do this, your insulin levels will normalize in 2 weeks. Now, living with high levels of insulin can be dangerous, right? Most of you know that. Hyperinsulinemia has been linked to excessive weight gain, heart disease, and even cancer. But it doesn't have to be your fate. There are simple changes you can make to lower your insulin levels and lower your risk for serious health problems. Hi everyone, for those who don't know me, I am Dr. Ergin. I am your YouTube endocrinologist. Yes, no copay required. Just watch the videos until the end and it will be great and I will be grateful that you did. If you are looking to lower your insulin levels though, and you want to lead a healthier lifestyle, I'll start with number 1, lowering your carb in your diet might be a perfect way to start. It doesn't have to mean giving up all of your favorite foods. It simply means being more mindful about the number of carbohydrates that are in the foods that you're eating. But don't worry, it's not as hard as it sounds. With low-carb meal plans and recipes out there, you can actually make lower carb living easy and still enjoy hearty, delicious meals. So why not give low carb diet a try that will start helping your insulin levels? You may be surprised how well this can be so easy and will fit into your day-to-day life. Now, second thing I would do to lower my insulin levels is apple cider vinegar. It's going to quickly reduce your insulin levels. It has a lot of potential benefits when you supplement your diet with apple cider vinegar. This fermented tart liquid many people have been using this, so you're familiar with the taste probably. But not only it can lower your insulin levels, but adding just a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar to your morning protein shake, if you can tolerate the taste, might help give you the youthful glow again. So if you're looking to lower your insulin or take advantage of all the other health benefits that it provides, purchasing some good quality apple cider vinegar, preferably with the mother in it, won't break the bank, right? And could be a simple addition to what you need to get back on track and feeling great. If you cannot use apple cider vinegar in your diet, I would suggest go to sugarmds.com, get some apple cider vinegar gummies that taste great as well. Also, keeping a close eye on your portion sizes is a great place to start. If you cannot control yourself, have your family members, your wife or your husband or your daughter, whatever, help you prepare your plate and make sure you don't go for the second. Why? Smaller portions will mean lower blood sugar spikes. And if you eat slowly, and if you get off the table, you will realize that you are actually full with just a small portion because your brain takes around 20 to 30 minutes to realize that you have enough food in your stomach. And if you continue to eat or get a bigger plate and try to finish it, you are going to be overfilled. Well, when you're overfilled, there's going to be a big burden on your pancreas, on your body, your gastrointestinal system, and that's going to all create insulin spikes, which you don't want. So if you're someone who enjoys bigger meals, don't worry. As long as you portion everything out beforehand, like I said, you can still get all the yummy foods without having too much. After all, you can always have seconds after, say, give like an hour. Believe me, you are not going to want to have a second. But you can tell yourself that I will have a second in an hour, right? So, and if you lower your intake of sugar overall, because the reduce in portion size, you are lowering more than just calories. You are lowering the insulin that your body produces. That means less guilt and more energy levels and less sugar crashes. So a lot of people come to me, even without diabetes, they will say, oh, well, I don't feel good a few hours after a meal. Well, that's because they eat high carbohydrate meals, their blood sugar spikes and then crashes, and that doesn't feel good at all. If that's not enough, lower sugar consumption will actually lead to less fat and cardiovascular health and help with your cholesterol levels. So Instead of reaching for that donut or sugary soda, lower your sugar intake and reach those fitness goals quickly. Because your insulin levels will be much lower, you will feel so much better. Trust me, results are sweeter than you think. Just how important is physical activity? Some people totally ignore that. Well, that's the third thing that I want to talk about to lower your insulin levels, because according to countless studies, it is pretty critical to maintain your health and well-being with lower insulin levels, to lower your cardiovascular risk and overall disease, and give yourself a higher self-esteem. Exercise does that. And a lot of people can do exercise in many different ways, so please, no excuses. So let's forget about those expensive gym memberships that you never use. I would say focus on making most out of what we already have in the house. And the best thing, we can do it while having a blast. Whether it is like taking a walk with friends or having a game night at home, prioritize physical activity to get all the benefits with minimal effort. Now, that is something worth getting excited about, right? So something new instead of just watching TV, right? What if I told you that something as simple as also adding Ceylon cinnamon to your food or beverage can actually lower your insulin levels? Well, it may sound too good to be true, but trust me, it's not. Ceylon cinnamon is a special type of cinnamon known for its numerous health benefits and subtle warming flavor. Whether you want to sweeten your morning oatmeal or add an aromatic kick to a cup of morning coffee, I would say give Ceylon cinnamon a try and reap the rewards. It's going to give you lower levels of insulin, guaranteed. Those who are already using Sugar MD Super Berberine are enjoying actually 3 tablespoons of Ceylon cinnamon in just 1 capsule, thanks to our friends in Sri Lanka who are helping us concentrate it and reduce the volume of Ceylon cinnamon by 20 times so we can put in a capsule. Eating carbohydrates is sometimes necessary, sometimes not, but it's tricky affair, right? You would think that all carbs are made equal, but let me give you some news. That's deceptively dangerous. People who are simple-minded will just say, well, just stop eating carbs. Well, it's easier said than done. If it was the case, everybody would stop eating carbs and there will be no diabetes, right? But you have to make smart choices. When you're eating carbs, make sure you choose complex carbs, which can lower your insulin levels compared to the simple carbs. And it will help your blood sugar stay steady. Sure, they're not as exciting or tasty as the processed options, but trust me, making smarter carb choices will be worth it in the end. So just go natural, and you will be sure that you're eating complex carbs if you're asking what are the complex carbs, right? Because God created things that way. Humans screwed it up. So if you want to lower your insulin levels and get a jump start on your health goals, intermittent fasting is another one that you may want to go for. Well, this time-honored practice involves going through short periods of, when I say short periods, anywhere from 12 to 18 to 24 hours of lower food intake, which is, interspersed with normal eating cycles, and it has been known to have a variety of benefits. Now, who knew that putting yourself in an irregular feeding schedule could be so beneficial, right? Most people think that not eating regularly is bad for you, but it's not. So, but don't take our word for it, right? Consult with your endocrinologist, especially if you're a diabetic with a bunch of medications, and if you're trying to join this growing ranks of intermittent fasters. If you're overall healthy, that's great, but if you have a lot of health issues, you may want to talk to your doctor about how to do that. So if you lower your insulin levels through intermittent fasting, you can feel like the master of your own domain, right? One way to do that is to also eat soluble fiber intake or increase the soluble fiber intake. When you munch on those high fiber snacks, they form a gel in the digestive tract, slowing down digestion and promoting fullness for longer. That way you won't be left feeling hangry, And that will be great to see how smart you can be by choosing those fibers and giving your lunch a little boost with some extra fiber. It will make so much sense. You will realize that you are feeling so much better. So, if you have been searching for just the right remedy to lower your insulin levels, the answer could be growing in your own backyard. So, if you don't have a garden, it's actually a good hobby to get into. Grow your own things and enjoy them because they are all natural and cannot be any better. Now, believe it or not, research has proven that incorporating green tea and white mulberry into your diet also can reduce your insulin concentration. Now, at our website, at SugarMD, we also offer a special fat burner supplement featuring these natural ingredients. So before you head to the store for expensive medications, I would check these natural things to lower your insulin levels. So here's something also fishy for you. If you want to lower your insulin levels, eat fatty fish. Now, we know what you're thinking. Greasy and gross for some of you, right? But don't worry, experts have studied it and found that the omega-3s in fatty fish can actually lower your insulin levels. You want proof? Well, whether you struggle with obesity or gestational diabetes or PCOS, a lot of studies have shown a lot of promise about eating fatty fish to show that it actually reduced insulin resistance. Some would even call it a miracle catch 22. So we pot that salmon or sardines tonight. Scientific evidence, believe me, is on your side. So to summarize, you have been trying to lower your insulin levels for a while, but you haven't had the best of luck. If you're looking for a better way, try implementing lifestyle changes like we discussed, which will include reducing your refined carbs and sugar intake, increasing your fiber intake, nutritious dense foods, exercise regularly every day, and supplementing occasionally with natural helpers like green tea, cinnamon, and white mulberry, and so forth. Doing these things might just be the key that unlocks your potential to lower your insulin levels and reach the goal that you have set out to reach. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, subscribe, and like this video if you liked it, right? Thank you again. I appreciate that you watch this video and become a part of our community, and I will see you in the next video. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this channel so far, and I hope you subscribed already. If you didn't, do it. And if you did, watch this video right there. I think that will help you too.